It is Friday, January 10th. It is currently 43 degrees outside, which is why I am dressed like this indoors. I'm not paying these ridiculous Texas power prices to keep my apartment above 68 degrees. So it gets cold sometimes. So that's why I'm dressed like this. Make fun of me. That's okay. I'm saving a little bit of money here. I wanted to just go over the NFL playoffs real quick as they're coming up tomorrow, I believe they start. Let's see, wild card January 11th through the 13th. So we've got the wild card weekend coming up, formerly super wild card weekend. I just want to do predictions here before we get started. So in the AFC, the Chiefs have a bye, so we don't have to worry about them. They play in the divisional round. Lions for the NFC, they have a bye, so we don't have to worry about them there, which is good because I like the Lions and the Chiefs. Obviously, being the highest seed teams just makes sense. Texans, Chargers. I like the Texans, though they have had their struggles recently. I'm probably going to have to go Chargers in this scenario because my gut's telling me Texans, but I know it's just because I like the Texans and I like CJ Stroud. So I'm actually going to choose the Chargers in what appears to be from ranking an upset. However, according to ESPN and probably ESPN Bet, the Chargers are favored by 3 points. I'm going to put the Chargers moving on. Ravens and Steelers. I really like the Ravens. I have done this a lot, though, especially in the past years. The Ravens have been a team going into the playoffs that I think they're just incredible. Lamar Jackson is awesome. They have a lot of pieces, and they should go deep in the playoffs. And it hasn't entirely worked out that way. Though this year they have Derrick Henry, so I'm going to do it again. I'm going to go Ravens again. I do like the Steelers. I thought that Russell Wilson should have been the starting quarterback all along. He looked good right out of the gate when they switched to him. They've had troubles lately offensively. So I'm going to go with Ravens in this matchup, especially since Ravens got the better of the Steelers in the most recent matchup. So I'm going to go with the Ravens. Baltimore's favored by 9.5. I don't know about that. On paper, yes. But I mean, their first outing, yeah, it should have been a blowout. So like the Ravens on paper, theoretically, to me, should destroy any team, but I know that's not how it goes. So I don't know about 9.5. I will take the Ravens. And then Bills Broncos. This one for me, off my limited, simple, smooth brain knowledge. Buffalo by 8.5. That is kind of what everything is telling you. It's 2 versus 7 matchup. However, the Broncos have been kind of sick. So I don't know if Buffalo 8.5 is right. I don't even know if Buffalo will come out of this. I can definitely see them choking here. It's just what my gut's telling me. Am I brave enough to pick Broncos, like, with US dollars? No. But I'm not. I don't have to here, so I'm going to say that probably Broncos. I think I want to say Broncos. I like the Bills, though. I like Josh Allen. So heart says Bills. Something in the back of my head says watch out for the Broncos. So that's going to be my AFC wild card round. We got we got Chargers, Ravens, and in an upset Broncos. So that's technically my only upset, though the Chargers are ranked 5 and Texans are. Chiefs, obviously. So Chiefs are going to play Chargers, and then Ravens are going to play Broncos. NFC. Let's get through those first. So we've got Rams, Vikings. I'm taking Vikings all day, every day. Vikings. Don't think anything else needs to be said, right? We can. Okay. Bucks, Commanders. I'm gonna go with the commies here. I'm steady Baker Mayfield hater. Like it's always gonna be there. Okay. I watched him when he was at Oklahoma. I was in school at the same time that he was shitting on the Big 12. Personally, am a hater because the fact that he went to Oklahoma, I went to Baylor. Yeah, that's just going to be the way it is. Plus, every time I try to trust Baker, he lets me down. My heart wants the commies because Jaden Daniels looks to me a lot like Lamar Jackson. He's amazing to watch play. Very entertaining, a lot of skill. and it's his rookie season. Like, that would be cool. I don't particularly. I mean, I'm a Cowboys fan, so do I want to see the Commanders and the Eagles do well? No, but I actually kind of want the Commanders to win this game. So I'm gonna go with the Commanders. Tampa Bay is -3. I think for some reason I just think that it's not gonna end well. So for the Buccaneers, so I'm gonna go with the Commanders. Sorry, Baker. If he proves me wrong, whatever. I'm like actually not a hater though, to be honest. Like, let me just clarify that. I actually, when he was with the Browns, maybe, although I thought he could probably save the Browns. When he was with the Panthers, I completely didn't give a singular fuck about him. But I like him on the Bucks. He's been playing well. The team's been good. So I'm not that much of a hater. I just fall back on my roots, I guess. Give me the commies. And then Packers, Eagles. I'm going to go ahead and take the Eagles probably. Though this game happened, didn't it? Let's go ahead and see this. This game already happened. So week 1, right? Yeah, and they lost to Philadelphia. And they lost, that was week 1. So can't really tell what that's going to be like necessarily. Saquon, Jalen Hurts, Jordan Love, Josh Jacobs. It's going to be a close game. I don't know if 5.5 is going to do it. That's what the Eagles are favored by. I am going to go Eagles. Let's just call it. So for me, out of the NFC, Vikings, Commies, Eagles, with I guess Commanders being the only upset that I'm picking from that side. So our Lions are going to play the Vikings, in my opinion, and then the Commies are going to play the Eagles, which is going to be a divisional matchup in the playoffs, which would be sick. So that's cool for storyline as well. Coming back over to the AFC, the Chiefs playing the Chargers. The Chiefs are going to win, and they're going to go to yet another conference championship. The Ravens are going to beat the Broncos, though it may be a close game, surprisingly, because I think the Broncos are just going to be surprisingly good in the playoffs. Just have a feeling. You get a team like that that's like, holy shit, and so I think it's going to be the Broncos for the AFC. So Ravens are going to beat them, and then it's going to be Chiefs-Ravens in the conference championship. We're going to get a repeat of week 1, and we'll put a hold on that. Let's go to the NFC. Lions, Vikings. Lions are going to beat the Vikings. I believe they played this game twice in the regular season, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. The Vikings got their shit pushed in. And then I think it was they twice. Week 7, they barely lost. 18 wasn't even close. That is the last game of the regular season. I don't know what the stakes were at that point. I think they were pretty high. I think it was like winner of that game wins. I think it was very high stakes. Because if they're playing them twice, so they lost that game. So I think Lions are going to do it again, 3rd time, get the sweep, move on to the conference championship. Commies and Eagles, they're divisional rivals. So yes, that game was already played. The Eagles, they played the Commanders and they won 26-18. They played them again and they lost 36-33 in the more recent game towards the end of the season, but not for nothing because the division was still up for grabs at that point. So I like the Commanders. They fixed what they needed to against the Eagles. It's a divisional game. Give me the Commies. Much like the Broncos in the AFC, I think the Commanders are going to be the team that makes a deep run. So Commanders, Lions, conference championship. Now, this brings us to conference championship games. AFC, I think, I've been talking about this at the beginning of the season. People were writing off the Chiefs for a three-peat. They were like, no, they're not going to get to the Super Bowl, this and that. My heart wants the Ravens. On paper, it's the Ravens. But this is the NFL. Not going to say this is scripted, but you got to feel like the Chiefs are going to be the favorite in that back-to-back Super Bowl wins, knocking on the door for another one. The Ravens have everything at their disposal. And sometimes in your career, whether you're a fighter, if it's a solo sport, if it's a team sport, there's a team you cannot beat. They get the best of you more than you get the best of them. And so for that, I want the Ravens so badly to make it to the Super Bowl. Please, Ravens, prove me wrong. Prove everybody else in the media, prove everyone in the media right by making it to the Super Bowl and destroying the Chiefs' hopes of a three-peat. But there's been so many narratives that started at the beginning of the season that have just proven to be demonstrously false. And I would love more than anything for people to be wrong about this. People that were so sure, I would love for them to eat crow. Not Raven, crow. So give me the Chiefs. Lions, Commanders, Lions win into the Super Bowl. Sorry, that team is on an insane ride. The wave is like a fucking tsunami. Don't think anybody's going to stop them. Think they're going to go to the Super Bowl. And here is where I'm going to choose the Lions over the Chiefs in the Super Bowl because I love Dan Campbell. I love the culture of the Lions. I think it's fucking insane. The Rams give up Jared Goff, trade him, get Matthew Stafford. Both of those players on both of those teams cannot win a Super Bowl. Jared Goff has been to a Super Bowl, lost. Don't think Matthew Stafford never been to a Super Bowl. They swap. Matthew Stafford gets his Super Bowl. If Jared Goff with the Lions gets his Super Bowl, that probably has to be the most mutually beneficial trade in the history of trades. I don't know. I'm not a historian on that. My limited knowledge and again my smooth brain should not be trusted here. But that would be fucking sick. Give me the Lions winning the Super Bowl because that's what I want. But like I said a moment ago, just to prove everybody wrong, the Chiefs. If this is the Super Bowl, this is one of the rare Super Bowls where I actually don't care who wins because on one hand, I love the Lions. I love everything they're about. They're everything that I wish my team was. And then there's the Chiefs. And if they win, it proves a lot of people wrong, like I've been continually saying. And that would be just beautiful. So either way, I'd be happy. I'd want the Lions to win more. And if the Ravens make it through, then it's really going to be awesome. Either way, it's going to be a fun Super Bowl to watch, I think, with what we have. We'll see what goes down. If I'm right, even an iota, that would be sick. Either way, very pumped for the playoffs. Even more excited for the Super Bowl and the Kendrick Lamar halftime show. Let me go ahead and just predict that right now, too. This is before the playoffs even start. I can do these predictions at any time throughout the course, and I might update as we go along if things change. But this is my initial pick. I'm standing by it. These are my picks from the jump. This is how I feel. Not going back on my word here. If Kendrick Lamar brings out Lil Wayne at the Super Bowl halftime show, not only will it be the greatest halftime show ever, because for me at least, I love Kendrick Lamar, I love Lil Wayne. OG Lil Wayne fan. It would kind of be like a fuck you to Drake again, which is awesome because I don't like Drake. In so many facets, it would be amazing if he did that. Do I think that it's likely? No, but again, I'm calling my shot right here. Please, Kendrick, please. Lil Wayne needs to do the halftime show in New Orleans. He has to. You guys have to come to an agreement to do this. And I know Drake's going to be so fucking mad about it. It's going to make me so happy. All right, that's pretty much it. Excited for the playoffs. Later.